Now that the heavy armor box has been made, now we can start shaping the shell around that box. When it comes to this part of the turret cap process, it's definitely a lot easier whenever you have some sort of a reference image you could base it off of, so you at least have a general shape that you want to go for. But for shits and giggles, in this case, I'm going to do one from scratch and decide against copying this one. We will use this on another ship at a later point. Now, if you do not want to see the whole actual turret cap making process and me going through my little design tweaks and ideas, I'll leave a timestamp in the description down below for you to be able to skip to the final result of this. If not, then you're along for the ride, because it's going to be painful. It always is. So, we need to figure out how big we want this fucker to be. So let's go with some of a general shape. And normally, for a lot of my ships, and a lot of turret cap designs like this, I have a tendency to just kind of make it somewhat of a like American style. Go figure. But there's nothing wrong in that. That's okay. So we're going to get rid of that. We want to leave that open. So, let's go ahead and do something like that. And then we will taper it off. So, in there, let's go ahead and do rangefinder. Perfect. Then we can mimic over that later. Wonder, what if we did something like that? Yeah, that works. Alright. So, now let's see here. I think our next step in this process, we should go ahead and make basic mantlets. And so, literally for this step, I will use the elevation mantlet, extra mesh, paint it black, kind of just stretch it around, pitch it down. Something like that. Yes. Yes, indeed. We could do that. Something else we might do too. Oop. Might do something like that. Yeah, let's do that. So we will expand that forward more, up and down a bit more, pitch it a little bit more like that. Okay, maybe not that bubbly. Yeah, that'll work. Just over with you. Now let's go ahead and do the barrels. When it comes to making the barrels decorated, I have two different designs that I'll normally do. And I will go ahead and pull up some examples for y'all if you are curious. So, well, as seen earlier with the cruiser cannon here, which is, I think, 300 millimeters? Yes. I use cram barrels. Cram barrels look very good, very smooth. and work well as barrels. And the normal trick what I'll use as well, if I'm not using the casemate barrels, which you'll see here in a minute, I will use small jet connectors here on the end to give it a little bit of hollow, give it a little bit of depth, and it also kind of makes it look like it has a bit of rifling in the barrel. Just a little extra detail to add on to it. Now, when it comes to some of my other cannons, let's see if I can find one that's got it. Primary night cannon. I think this is an older cannon design of mine. Oh yeah, that's an older one. Anywho, this smooth barrel like that, leading all the way up to here, that is a casemate barrel. Casemate barrel, whenever it's shrunk down, it also tapers down like that. So it's useful in some aspects, and some for like secondary guns. The casemate barrels are fantastic for small caliber. Large caliber, whenever it's like this, it starts getting a little bit finicky, especially whenever you want it to just be straight and not taper off. You can kind of see the glitching right there of all the different barrels that I had to stack up here just to get it to be straight until I got to the end. So this is a case where I'll be using the cram barrels. Not what I want to do. So we'll go ahead. And it's always a good rule of thumb to go ahead and make a barrel that tapers down as you progress up the barrel, I guess you could say. Thicker at the base, thinner at the top, at the end of the barrel. So we'll compensate, because we're going to put a little bit of a bag coming down onto that. So we're going to give that a little bit of a longer bit there. We're going to put that up to 215 will do. Come here. Paste. Extend it. Not part of me. That's good. We'll come here. Bam. Go forward some more. That. Copy. Paste. And now we will do jet connector small. But we don't want it to be that thick. Not yet, at least. So now we will just move it forward. We'll scale it up a little bit more. Just so we can have this gray section here longer. Move it back. Like that. Now we'll just... And there we go. Now we have a mimicked barrel. Super simple, super easy. Looks a lot better than that shit. So, I'll just apply it with mirror. Oh, yeah, is she thick? Hold up. Try that again. There we go. Sometimes mimics are kind of finicky, especially on the barrels. I'm gonna get rid of you. Get out. Ooh, you're weird. You can definitely tell that one's an old design. Anywho, now that we've gotten that, let's go ahead and make the bags that go around this. Now, whenever I make the bags that go around the barrels, since I don't want the bags to recoil back with the barrels, we will want to attach this mimic to the actual elevation manlet. So, let's see here. What are we going to do for the bags? So let's start off with alloy whole black. Like, damn it. I hate keyboard mode. So many people have cringed at me because I play I play keyboard. I play free roam mode, I guess you could say. But I'm used to playing Minecraft. I can't stand that shit. I feel restricted. So we've got that. Now let's see if we could do just a combination of poles. So now let's do something like that. Forward back. Maybe down a little bit on that. Not too bad, not too bad. So now we will do that. We'll do that. Now we'll just angle that slightly that way. Lower her down. Ooh, a little bit too far up. Too much exposed there. Like that. And now we will do that. Shorten it. Angle it some more. Yeah. Let's take a look at that. Now that is not too shabby. That we can work with. Fantastic. That was actually less painful than I was anticipating it being. And you know what? I ain't gonna bitch. I ain't gonna bitch at all. So now we'll just apply with mirror. And now, although that's a little funky right there, but yeah, we might want to mimic a little bit of that too. Yeah. At least make it smoother going down. Like, do another one of these. Whoa. Let's give that a shot. It's a little better. It's gonna be funky regardless of what we do, since it's gonna be aiming so far up like that if it's gonna be hitting like a deep water guard airship. But there's only so much we can do. But that's okay. So, now we have completed the mantlets and the barrels. We can go ahead and do a little bit of idle angle. Ooh, hold up. That don't look right. Like I said, that will not do, but that's okay, because we can go in and fix this. Maybe we can fix this. Ah, shit. That looks like it's probably about as close as it's going to get. without me spending 3 hours trying to refine it. Which, as dedicated as I am to my ships, I am not that dedicated just to fix that. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief. So, now that we're done with the mantlets, for real now, we could start working on the decorations around the mantlets. So I think down here at the bottom, we definitely don't want that to just be a bare slope. So we're going to do metal block, color it, not pitch, do about half, and then down there like that. Now, I believe we should add at least a little bit of an angle there and there. So, let's go ahead and do metal slope. Yeah. Gap there, so can't tell. No, there's not. Fabulous. Very good, very good. Now we could take that. Paste, please. There we go. So it'll curve down there at the bottom of the mantlet. A nice touch right down here. Now we will want to do the same thing for up top here, which is a little bit more tricky since instead of being straight up and down, at least we're at a 45-degree angle instead of trying to find an intermediate angle like a 2 meter, 3 meter, or even a 4 meter. So we will go right here and do the same thing we started off with, metal block. I'm gonna pitch it at 45 degrees. And, oh, wrong one. Go to half. Now we gotta find out where sweet spot is. Which we are not gonna be able to get it absolutely pitch perfect, unfortunately. But we can at least get it close. Because we're gonna be putting a mimic over the top of this. We can make it just tall enough to cover up that little lip right there. So, we actually, hang on. We might actually not want to do that. We might expand these mantlets up a bit. Let's move the So where's your tether point? Go to the right. Nope. Left, please. So instead, what we could do, we could expand it. We could go up to here like this and make our lives a little bit easier. Ooh. Hold on. We also might be able to pull a little cheating here. Pull out. No, don't load one. Go forward, capture that. So it's facing like that. So boom, boom, boom. Okay. So we'll do something like that. Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Yes! Now that is what I'm talking about. Get fucked. Although, that's my only worrying. Well, ladies and gentlemen, back to the mantlets once again. Give it a mantlet. Okay. Actually, hang on. That's right. That is here. Ah, son of a whore. Hang on. That is something that does make me angry about mimics. It's whenever you don't have it on the original block it had, and then it gets all janked up. Okay. So we need to... Wait, what? Hang on. What the fuck? Oh. Oh. Hang on. I goofed up. One moment. There we go. Okay. Let's try this again. So let's, let's paste it here. Paste there. And then put you like that. So let's actually do a little bit more bubble. So let's do a little bit more of a pitch, maybe a little bit more up. Right scaling. Let's go back a little bit. Make it bubble out a little bit more. Let's see how that looks. Oh, not quite. Hold on. Here we go. Or I could just do... There we go. Bam. Okay. Now, hopefully, we're done with the mantlets. I do believe so. Okay. That's better. Now that we've finished up that, which, look at that, I even already fixed it. Well, oh yeah, that's right. We don't have to worry about that being flush anymore. Never mind, disregard what I was saying. So. Oh, fuck my ass. That hurt. Ah, that really hurt. Oh god. Oh, that was not pleasant. Okay. Anyway, back on topic, we want to do a metal beam now, because we were going to go ahead and cover up the top of this turret cap. So let's do 1.5, pull her on back. That's a little bit too long. Yeah, that'll do. So, up one, down one. That's what I've found to be the closest to being flush without it glitching through texture-wise, is put it down to 0.95 and then up by 0.05. And it'll provide the best results I have found. Okay. Let's see here. So it's 0.25. We will do that. And we will grab another metal beam, 2 meter. Color it. That's also something else I've noticed that a lot of people don't do, which isn't really a bad thing. It's just more work on y'all. I already have my set colors. I don't use my fleet colors because whenever I get into multiplayer games, I like it for other people to actually see what the ship is supposed to look like in the colors it's supposed to be in, instead of their fleet colors, which 90% of the time, whenever it's applied on my ships, look like complete and utter dog shit. I already have my colors set, and so I know what the colors are supposed to be, so I choose the colors as I build, so I don't have to go back and paint. So it's just one extra step that I don't have to do now. Now we'll do metal slope 4 meter. Roll to 90 degrees. And then up 1. And actually, hang on. It's gonna be a little bit funky since we are not exactly flush with everything. Okay, that's gonna be a little bit more difficult than I would have anticipated it being, but so be it. We can also adjust that plate too. Yeah. Oh, wait, hang on. Whoa, different. Ah, there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Just like that. The top is covered. Now let's put a little bit of mimics over here on the coincidence rangefinders. I say it as if there's plural, but so we'll start off with a metal block. We may just do just a simple metal block on it and call her good, which normally works okay. But we may do something else to it too. Depends. So we want the forward backward scaling to be a little bit thinner. I might leave that beam exposed, that adds a little bit of depth. Ooh, it's a little thick. I want to make that a little bit less thick. That's glitching through the texture. Never mind, we can't do that. So we'll do something like that. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Whoops. Got a little bit of the down. Give me a think. There we go. That looked fucking trippy. Okay. So. Now that we have gotten the basic shape and all the covering up to make it nice, smooth, and pretty, now we can work on the detailing itself. So, the few ideas that I normally like to do on turret caps is we can mimic in small railing, angling back here, and along the back. Of course, we want some hatches, and then I also normally like to put little details, such as just like little boxes that kind of look like stores, like an ammo box, which is 2 meters, it around. Well, yeah, flip it around. Roll it. Just kind of do that, and do that. So go down a little bit. Bam, copy. Let's go up. Back a little bit. We can make it a little bit smaller. Just like that. Oh, well, looks like it's protruding a little bit too much. There we go. Simple details like that. And then we can do. Oh, let's see here. Let's do a ladder. Ladder like that. And then mimic one here so we don't block off our rangefinder. So ladder. Yeah. Go up one. Up one. Bam. Then now we can go ahead and do a railing. So let's do railing. And I'm gonna be honest, I hate this menu right here with all the railings. Because you gotta go through, so this is a 1 meter railing, and then M2, M3, M4 is like the different angles and slopes and shit that they could go at. And quite frankly, it's really annoying. And then why they don't have railing M1, like M1 up here, because this is just a normal like box railing. Why they don't have railing M1 up here at the top like they do whenever it comes down to 2 meter and it goes to M1? Why? Why? Why do you not do that? Son of a whore! It's annoying! Anyway, we're going to M1. Because that's just a straight railing. So let's do it right about there. So now we will half, maybe 75. No, maybe 65. Oh, a little bit too long. There we go. That'll do. So now we could just shorten it down a little bit, raise it up, and bam, like that. Oh, that looks a little bit high, so let's. There we go. So, we've done that. Now we could go to railing, I think it's M2. Ah, yes, I wasn't. Well, no, not exactly. Ah, who gives a shit? We ain't gonna see that part. Yeah. Although we're still gonna do it that way anyway. I'm a stubborn bastard. Let's see here. We got 0.3 is what that's at, so we'll do 0.3 as well. Come up and then. Actually, we need to do that. Shit. We need to. Well, that's kind of shit. I don't know. Okay, so we will. Whoa. Okay, that works. So now we will take a 2 meter railing. 2 up. Damn it! Damn it! No! There. For those who didn't want to watch me mimicking this thing to hell, it's probably a good thing I put that. It's probably a good thing I put that damn timestamp for them to skip this, because for those who may be watching all throughout this, I don't envy you. It is not very fun, but... Oh, now I gotta go through railing 2? No. 3? No. 4? No. What the hell? You know what? Fine. I'll play... Wait, what? Hold on. Am I retarded? You know what? We're just gonna go with that, because I do not feel like fucking around with that more. Truly, honestly. Ooh, and you know what we could do? We could angle that railing down to where it comes down, and then merges it. Ooh, yes, we could do that indeed. We could do that indeed. Let's give it a shot. I have no idea how well that is going to work, but that's the beauty of decorations. Experiment. If it don't work, get rid of it. And if it works, fantastic. You did good, kid. Let's make it go a little bit more extreme. Whoa. Whoa. Shit. Fuck. Cock. Damn it. No. Ah. Okay, that may not be... Okay. I don't think that's going to... Let's see how that looks. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah, like the Kool-Aid Man. Now that's a nice touch. Simple stuff like that adds to the depth and the detail of all this. So, something else we'll want to do here on the front, just to add a little bit more detail, we'll add a few more letters. This one will be a fairly easy modification, or decoration. It's a little something to the front, but not too terribly much. We could, since that is kind of redundant there with the ladders, we could go ahead and get rid of the ladder decoration. Yeah, get rid of that ladder decoration. Oh, that didn't work. Hang on. So, that should be good. So, other details we might be able to add. We might be able to add a life raft up on top of the turret. We also might add a hatch. Hatch would probably be good. Yeah. Yeah. So let's do a hatch up here. So we'll mimic it to that right there. Hatch door. Looks, whoa, a little big. So whoa. So then we can just kind of position her over there, position her over there, bam. We'll make it a little bit off center. And then we can add a little base to that. We can do, let's do an alloy hole. Oh, that's interesting. Just gonna like that. Yeah. And just just like that. There is our turret cap. Relatively simple, not much to it. Little details here and there, and especially when it comes to the barrels and the mantlets around that, those are kind of deal breakers on those. And that's a good turret cap for us to use on this new cruiser. So, that's the primary armament. We may or may not have secondaries on this ship, but we will figure that out as we go along in the next episode whenever we begin the hull. Thank you for watching, and tune in next time for the hull construction.